If we would like to derive the formula for the width, we would divide both sides of this equation by L. We have a new equation, A over L is equal to W. If we would like to derive the formula for the length, we start with the original formula, A is equal to L W, divide both sides by W. We're left with this new formula, A over W is equal to L. This formula is saying the area divided by the width is equal to the length. L is for the length, A is for the area, and W is for the width. So now we have three formulas. A is equal to L times W, or A is equal to LW, which is the area formula. A over W is equal to L, which is the length formula, and A over L is equal to the width, which is the width formula. Now let's solve a problem. The area of the room is 96 square feet. The length of one side of the room is 12 feet. What is the width of the other side? We're looking for the width. The area of this room is 96 square feet. The length of this room is 12 feet. We have to realize that the length is also always referred to as the longer side, and the shorter side is the width. So therefore, we're going to use this formula here. The area divided by the length is equal to the width. A is equal to 96. The length is equal to 12. Is equal to W. 96 divided by 12 is 8. 8 is equal to W. So therefore, the width of this rectangle is 8 feet. Now let's go back and utilize the formulas that we derived. Starting with the area formula, A is equal to L times W. A is equal to L times W. The area is equal to the length, which is 12, times the width, which is 8. 12 times 8 is 96. So we get 96 feet squared. And that's what we originally started out with, being the area of this particular problem. Utilizing the formula for length, the area is 96. The width is 8. Is equal to L. Divide 96 by 8, we get 12 is equal to L.
Should I tell you a little secret? Mr. Williams was really teaching you algebra. And I'm just trying to introduce you a little bit to algebra so you're not so fearful of it when you start taking it. And let's look at this. In arithmetic, you add, subtract, multiply, and divide with numbers. In algebra, and that's what Mr. Williams was doing, letters are used to represent numbers. And here's that formula for a rectangle to find the area of a rectangle. Area equals length times width. What are we going to do? We divide each side by L. And what do? This cancels out. And so W equals A over L. And that's algebra. Let's take that same formula. A equals LW. And let's just put the W now, divide each side by W. And the W cancels out. So L equals A over W. Now let's just do that. We know here's the problem. One side is 8 inches, one side is 12 inches, and this is the area, is 96 square inches. Let's just plug that in. A, or 96, equals L is the length, all right, that's 12, and it's multiplied by the width, which is 8. And so we know 12 times 8 is 96. Now let's just do the same thing we did over here. Let's divide each side by L, or by 12, divide each side by 12, and this cancels out, so 8 equals, or W equals 8. 12 divided into 96 equals 8. Let's do the same thing over here. Area equals 96 equals 12 times 8. Now let's divide each side by W. And the W is the 8, so we divide each side by 8. And so this cancels out, so 12 equals 12. And so you're really learning algebra. Now you're not responsible to know this. We're not going to be using this, but we just want you to be aware of how simple algebra is. So you don't have to be afraid when after these lessons you're going to be taking algebra. Habitat for Humanity was building homes for the needy. I'm on a roof measuring its length and width to determine its square feet. The length is 54 feet and the width is 15 feet. We want to figure out how many bundles of shingles are needed for the roof. And one bundle of shingles covers 25 square feet. Let's do the math. The first thing we want to do is find the area of the roof. So area equals length times width. So the area equals, the length was 54 feet by 15 feet. Let's go to calculator. 54 times 15 equals, so A equals 810 square feet. Now that's for just one side of the roof, so we have to double that. So we just times that by 2. That equals area for the entire house is 1,620 square feet. Now the bundle of shingles covers 25 square feet, and that would be an area. 25 square feet is 5 feet by 5 feet. 5 feet times 5 is 25 square feet. So this is 25 square feet. So all we have to do then is divide 25 into 1,620 square feet. That would tell us how many bundles of shingles are required to cover that roof. So divide that by 25, and that equals 64.8, or 65 bundles of shingles. So if you go to a store and you want to cover a roof, you're going to have to figure your area, and then you have to divide the area by how many square feet the bundles of shingles goes into that area, and that will determine how many bundles you have to buy of shingles. When someone constructs a public building, there are limits on how many people the building can contain. Let's watch Domingo Montalvo describe how fire personnel determine the occupancy of a building. The building he is describing is a rectangle measuring 30 feet by 60 feet.
The next time you go into your favorite restaurant, you might notice a sign that has the occupancy on it. We're going to show you the formula they use in order to come up with the number of people that should be in that particular area. Your occupancy load will equal your net floor area, square foot, divided by the area per occupant per square foot. We've determined that this area that we're talking about is 30 by 60 feet, which gives us 1,800 square feet. The building code tells us that we can only allow 15 square feet per occupant. So we divide the net floor area by 15. So take 1,800 divided by 15, which is 1, 15, 3, 15 into 30, 2. So that means we can have 120 people in that area and keep them safe.
Please pause the video now and complete the problems in your workbook. When finished, press play, and we'll continue with the next lesson.